You're familiar with the scientific report of the 2025 Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee, is that correct?
Yes.
And you're familiar with the members who wrote that, who were on the Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee, right?
Yes.
Got it. One of the things in this same article, which you wrote as a bit of you said misinformation, which you're attempting to dispel, is that there are no conflicts of interest. Is that correct?
The discussion is that conflicts of interest was considered in the process to establish the Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee. I think conflicts of interest, whether real or perceived, is an extremely important conversation in nutrition science.
Right. One of the members of that committee is a man named Chris Gardner. He's a practicing vegan. He's an environmentalist activist, receives funding from a company called Beyond Meat, which is trying to run cattle producers out of business, wants to move towards plant-based diets. Do you think that that's a conflict of interest, that he is on this panel advising the United States in an official capacity about what foods are nutritious and what aren't, whenever he has a obvious financial interest in Beyond Meat?
I'm not, I will say that conflicts of interest were reviewed by
I'm just asking if it is a
Office
conflict
of
of interest
within the Department of Health and Human Services, who chartered the committee. I think that those things should be disclosed and discussed. And the administration was aware of those affiliations.
So that is a conflict of interest. Is that your testimony?
I'm not an attorney in ethics.
Neither am I, but it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Again, as a career employee in the Department of Agriculture, I implement the requests of our administration, and that was at the time with the Biden administration, the request.
Right, but we have a new administration with different priorities that don't include DEI and health equity. Do you think that this is a proper way to view nutrition?
I think as I've mentioned, that it is appropriate to look at literature in every.
So you're not going to answer the question respectfully.
Well, if you're talking about a financial conflicts of interest, that is something that our ethics attorneys review and assess. So I do not do that review of our members. In that process, we do have individuals who support.
So your testimony is that you don't know if this is a conflict of interest or not?
Well, there are processes, and I think part of what the conversation is with MAHA is, should those processes be stronger?
Right. It's just a straightforward yes or no question. Is this a conflict of interest or is it not?
It could be
that somebody who is advising us on what is nutritious food has a financial interest in a business that is trying to run cattle producers out of work.
I will say that is reviewed by our legal counsel.
I yield my time back. That's
looking
fine.
at conflict.